It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles.
Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Chargers.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. It's Eckler again. They find some open field here.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Extra receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
A loss of 2 yards.
They snap it to Herbert. He finds his man complete. That's Johnston.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game planned for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game planned for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now. A great start to this AFC title game.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. This is a counter play. Eckler. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9.
It's a pickup of 6.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Chargers are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Texans nothing.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Taken from about the 12.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go. Watch out now. 50 few. Check few. Cut.
try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston.
Or just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Pulls it in at the 13.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And some room to maneuver. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Chargers, first down.
First down, and they stick with Eckler.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On second down, Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Ready?
Herbert going to keep it on the sneak.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And this Texans defense stands tall. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
These two teams all tied after one.
7-7.
Got it?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Striker, 3-3. 6, Mega. Green Jack. Trouble, 38.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On the set. 22 meter. Shot. 17. 10. No steal. Yellow.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left.
Cut.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On the ball.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
He certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Steal. Check steal. Smash. Smash. Red. Yellow. Yellow.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Blue striker. Speedo blue. Steal. Black. Set.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. Past the 20.
And the Chargers are going to take possession.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On 1st and 10 is Spiller.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Texans' 15-yard line.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Keenan Allen, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers have moved out in front.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7.
The score, Chargers 14, Texans 7.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set. Ready.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's it.
And now the rookie's free. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown, Houston.
They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. They got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Amy Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Herbert now. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Out of the gun, Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go, silence!
They run behind center with Spiller. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The tackle made just shy of midfield.
Back to throw here, Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Johnston. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
4 brings up 3rd and 4.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Once more, here's Eckler. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 112 yards on the ground in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 14-yard line.
Herbert off of play action. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Johnston. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They'll try and run forward with Spiller. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stumped them.
They'll run for it with Spiller, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down, and that will force a turnover on downs. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
So they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go, and you think they're going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On the double.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied, and this is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the team that made the playoffs a year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
Fight 60. Blue check. Ready.
And they keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Ultra. Check.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 120 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just a series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just got to find a way to tackle someone.
And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Hey, confused.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Ready?
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Here we go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
10 cycle. Check smash.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Texans have broken the tie. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Chargers 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Taken from about the 12. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
It's 2nd and inches at the 29-yard line.
On 2nd and very short, Herbert toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47.
Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On first down, Justin Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown.
Mike Williams.
29 yards.
And the Chargers have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
That's caught. And he'll get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful.
22. Texans 21.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
One quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion.
Ready.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
They're going to look to throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC championship. It's a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Houston. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
10.
They're going to try and run. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. If they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that, with a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter. This possession, gigantic. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Eckler now between the tackles, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving the guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And the slot man goes in motion left. To throw on 2nd and 6. Herbert eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. And that right there, his first incompletion of the game. Pretty remarkable.
So let's start talking about all-time records, because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence, or maybe he starts a new streak now, because Ryan Tannehill, over 2 games, hit 25 straight. Now, the incompletion, we're taking this record out of play. But Mark Brunell, when he's with Washington, 22 straight completions to start a game. This guy's on fire.
Here's Herbert. And this is caught by Williams. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 29. And the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard
Slot man moves right. This is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chargers have taken the lead here now in the 4th quarter of this championship game. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th.
27.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Okay, right?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
A gain of 14.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
52 blasters.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, he completes it to Hurd.
The 2nd down pass.
Short completion, just 4 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw. Able to find Jones. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or 2 short. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
On the ready.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Man open, here's Jones. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, but they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
Incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing, Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. One last throw here for Herbert. He's going to let it fly.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And the Texans are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. The Texans, they are going to the Super Bowl as we sign off and say goodnight, everybody.